If you're watching this video right now, something inside you has gone quiet. Not sad, not depressed, just silent. You can't cry even when you want to. You can't feel joy even when good things happen. You can't get excited. You can't get angry. You're just here. And the scariest part? You don't know if you'll ever feel anything again. This video is only for those experiencing this. If this is you, don't look away. What's happening to you has a name. Dolores Cannon called it the emotional cocoon stage. And if you're in it right now, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let me describe what's been happening to you. You wake up and there's nothing. No anxiety, but also no peace. No sadness, but also no happiness. Just a flat gray numbness that follows you through the day. People talk to you and you hear the words, but you can't connect to them. You smile when you're supposed to smile. You nod when you're supposed to nod, but inside, nothing. You've tried everything. You've tried to force yourself to feel. You've watched emotional movies hoping to cry. You've put yourself in situations that used to excite you, but it's like there's a thick glass wall between you and your emotions. And here's what makes it terrifying. This isn't depression. You know what depression feels like. This is different. This is emptiness without the pain. Numbness without the suffering. You're not suicidal. You're not hopeless. You're just not here. And doctors can't explain it. Therapists can't fix it because this isn't a mental health condition. This is a spiritual metamorphosis. Dolores Cannon spent 45 years conducting deep hypnosis sessions with thousands of people. And in those thousands of sessions, she discovered something that doctors and psychologists never talk about. She found that certain souls, at certain points in their awakening journey, enter what she called the emotional cocoon stage. Here's what she discovered. During this phase, your emotional body isn't broken, it's upgrading. Your human emotional system, the one you've used your entire life, is being dismantled and rebuilt to operate at a fifth-dimensional frequency. Dolores explained it like this. Imagine your emotional body as an old radio that could only pick up AM frequencies. To receive 5D frequencies, that entire radio has to be taken apart, rewired, and reconstructed. During that reconstruction period, the radio goes silent. That's where you are right now. You're in the reconstruction phase. Your soul chose this. Before you incarnated, you agreed to this temporary emotional shutdown because you knew you were being prepared for something greater. Your old emotional responses, your 3D reactions, your human fears and excitements, they cannot exist where you're going. So they're being removed, not to punish you, not because something's wrong, but because you're being prepared to feel at a completely different level. Dolores called this phase the dark cocoon before the butterfly emerges, and she said this, only souls who volunteered for the shift experience this level of emotional recalibration. If you're in this phase, you are one of the chosen ones. Let me explain what's happening to you energetically. Your emotional body exists in layers. The outermost layer is your human emotional response system. This is the system that learned to feel fear when threatened, joy when rewarded, sadness when losing, anger when annihilated. This system was necessary for 3D survival. But as you ascend into 5D consciousness, this reactive emotional layer becomes obsolete. In 5D, you don't react from fear, you respond from knowing. You don't chase joy, you exist as peace. You don't resist pain, you allow transformation. So what's happening during the numb phase is this. Your reactive emotional layer is being dissolved. Your heart chakra is being crystallized. Your emotional frequency is being raised from dense, reactive vibrations to light, responsive vibrations. Think of it like this. Imagine your emotional body as water. In 3D, it exists as liquid, constantly flowing, constantly reacting to temperature changes, to movement, to containers. But as you ascend, that water is being transformed into ice, then into vapor. During the transition from liquid to ice, there's a moment where it's neither flowing nor solid. It's frozen in transition. That's the numb phase. You're frozen between dimensions. Your old emotions have been turned off, but your new emotional operating system hasn't fully come online yet. So you exist in this in-between space, feeling nothing because the old system no longer works and the new system isn't ready. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. Your DNA is being rewritten. Your neural pathways are being rewired. Your heart chakra is being expanded to hold frequencies your human body was never designed to hold. You can't feel because you're being reconstructed to feel at a level most humans never experience. There are 4 distinct types of the numb phase. See which one describes your experience. Type 1, the complete shutdown. Everything is off, no emotions at all. You move through life like a robot. You function, you work, you eat, you sleep, but you feel absolutely nothing. This is the deepest level of cocoon phase. Your entire emotional body has gone offline for complete rewiring. Type 2, the selective numbness. You can still feel some things, but specific emotions have vanished. Usually it's the extremes. You can't feel intense joy or intense sadness. You exist in a perpetual neutral zone. This means your emotional body is being recalibrated one frequency at a time. Type 3, the delayed response. You feel emotions, but they come hours or days late. Someone tells you devastating news and you feel nothing in the moment. Then 3 days later, while washing dishes, the emotion suddenly hits. Your emotional body is learning to process on a different timeline. Type 4, the observer mode. You can see that you should feel something. You understand logically that a situation is sad or happy, but you're watching your life from behind glass. You're the audience, not the participant. This means your consciousness has partially shifted into your higher self perspective. Most people experience type 1 first, then gradually move through the other types as their emotional body comes back online at the new frequency. If you're in the numb phase, you're likely experiencing several of these accompanying signs. 1. Extreme fatigue for no medical reason. Your body is using enormous amounts of energy to rebuild your emotional system. You're exhausted because you're being reconstructed at a cellular level. 2. Loss of interest in everything you used to love. Your hobbies, your passions, your relationships, they all feel meaningless. This is because your old identity, the one that loved those things, is dissolving. 3. Can't watch emotional content. Movies that used to make you cry now feel empty. Music that used to move you sounds like noise. Your emotional receptors are offline. 4. Sudden need for extreme solitude. Being around people feels exhausting because you can't perform emotions anymore. You can't pretend, so you isolate, not from depression, but from authenticity. 5. Time feels distorted. Days disappear, weeks blend together. You lose track of time because your consciousness is no longer anchored in the 3D timeline. 6. Dreams become vivid or stop completely. Either you're having intensely symbolic dreams as your subconscious processes the shift, or you're not dreaming at all because your consciousness is working in other dimensions during sleep. 7. Physical heart sensations. Pressure in your chest, fluttering, heaviness. Your heart chakra is being physically reconstructed to hold higher frequencies. If you have 3 or more of these along with the numbness, you are absolutely in the cocoon stage. Here are 7 sacred practices to support yourself through this phase. 1. Stop trying to feel. The worst thing you can do is force emotions. You're trying to use a system that's been shut down for maintenance. Allow the numbness. It's temporary. Forcing it only creates resistance. 2. Practice witness consciousness. Since you're naturally in observer mode, lean into it. Watch your life like you're watching a movie. Notice everything without judgment. This is actually a 5D skill you're developing. 3. Prioritize rest above everything. Cancel plans, say no to obligations. Your body needs massive amounts of rest right now. Sleep when you're tired, lie down when you need to. This isn't laziness, this is recovery. 4. Spend time in nature daily, even 10 minutes. Nature doesn't require you to perform emotions. Trees don't need you to smile. Water doesn't need you to be happy. Nature accepts your numbness and holds space for your transformation. 5. Simplify your life drastically. Let go of everything non-essential. Your energy is being used internally. You have nothing left for external drama, obligations, or complexity. Simplify ruthlessly. 6. Journal without emotion. Write what you observe, not what you feel. Today I noticed I didn't cry at the funeral. Today I observed that good news didn't excite me. Document the numbness. This helps you see it's a phase, not permanent. 7. Trust the timing. Your emotional body will come back online when it's ready. You cannot rush this. Dolores Cannon said the cocoon phase lasts as long as it needs to last. Some souls need weeks, some need months, some need a full year. Your soul knows the timeline. Here's what Dolores Cannon discovered about what happens after the numb phase ends. When your emotional body comes back online, you won't feel the same way you used to feel. You'll feel more, but differently. You'll cry, but not from pain. You'll cry from beauty, from truth, from witnessing love. You'll feel joy, but not from external achievements. You'll feel joy from simply existing, from breathing, from being alive. You'll feel peace not because nothing is wrong, but because you've transcended the need for things to be right. You'll feel connected not to people who validate you, but to the unified field of consciousness itself. Your emotions will no longer be reactions, they'll be responses. They'll no longer control you, you'll move through them like a dolphin moves through water, fluid, graceful, sovereign. Dolores said that after the cocoon phase, awakened souls describe feeling emotionally clean, like their heart has been washed, like they're feeling for the first time in their entire life. And the most beautiful part? You'll be able to feel other people's emotions without taking them on. You'll have compassion without being consumed. You'll have empathy without losing yourself. This is what you're being prepared for. This numbness is the price of that gift. If you're over 45 and experiencing this now, there's a specific reason. By age 45, you've accumulated 45 years of emotional programming, 45 years of learned responses, 45 years of trauma patterns, 45 years of social conditioning telling you how to feel, when to feel, what's appropriate to feel. All of that programming is stored in your emotional body, and for you to ascend into 5D consciousness, all of that programming must be cleared. The numbness phase is the clearing. Your soul is performing a complete emotional reset. Every reaction pattern, every trigger, every conditioned response is being deleted from your system. Dolores Cannon said that souls who volunteered for the shift knew they would need to go through this reset around midlife, because by midlife, you've experienced enough of human emotion to know it intimately, but you're still young enough in soul years to rebuild completely. This is also why it's happening now in 2025 and 2026. The Earth's frequency is accelerating, the 5D timeline is solidifying, and those of you who are meant to hold that new frequency are being prepared rapidly. The numbness you feel isn't random, it's timed, it's orchestrated, it's divinely aligned with the planetary shift. You're going numb because the old world is dying inside you, and the new world hasn't been born yet. You exist in the space between. And that space, as terrifying as it is sacred. Listen to me carefully. You are not broken. You are not damaged. You are not losing yourself. You are being rebuilt. Every single emotion you've ever felt, every reaction you've ever had, every feeling you've ever experienced is being sorted, cleared, and refined. The parts that served your evolution are being kept. The parts that kept you small are being released. This process is sacred. Dolores Cannon said that only the most advanced souls, the ones who volunteered to anchor 5D frequency on Earth, go through this level of emotional transformation. Most humans will never experience this. They'll feel the same reactive emotions their entire life. But you're being given a gift, the gift of emotional mastery, the gift of feeling from your soul instead of your wounds. Yes, it's terrifying. Yes, it's lonely. Yes, it feels like you're disappearing. But you're not disappearing. You're dissolving the false self so the true self can emerge. Trust this process. Your soul chose it. Your higher self is guiding it, and the universe is holding you through it. You didn't find this video by accident. This message found you because you needed to hear this today. The numbness is not the end. The numbness is the beginning. If this resonated with you, if you're in the numb phase right now, I need you to do something for me. Go to the comments and write, "I'm in the cocoon." That's it. Just those 4 words. Not for me, for you, and for everyone else watching this who feels alone in this experience. When you write it, you're acknowledging where you are, you're witnessing your own process, and you're letting other awakened souls know they're not alone. Click subscribe and turn on notifications. Tomorrow, I'm posting a video about what happens the moment your emotions come back online, the signs that the cocoon is opening. You won't want to miss it. This is not the end of your emotional life. This is the death of your reactive life and the birth of your responsive life. You are becoming who you were always meant to be.